If you found this video, then basically your search is over. What we have here is a Google Sheet which is linked live to stock prices. I will be explaining all the features of this sheet and then dwell further on HE charting, which I believe will become the new norm of viewing prices and uses superior ability to compare apple and bananas, perhaps even more maybe efficient steak. Back to the sheet we have at hand. It is using the 30 constituents, 30 company constituents of the Dow Jones Index, and it has a capacity of up to 60 stocks. You can leave me a comment if you'd like me to provide a sheet with more capacity. The sheet includes all the parameters which you might need, as in the price percentage change, the point change, price open, high, low, close, market cap, and even EPS, PE, and later on beta. The ease of which you can add a stock is demonstrated here. Let's say Tesla. If you're following Tesla, you just plug in the ticker name and the sheet will populate automatically. Google as an example, there you go, it populates automatically. Another feature of this sheet is the hyperlink, which you can see if you hover over any stock symbol and press, it will take you directly to your favorite news portal. The links here are for Yahoo Finance. There you go. These are details about the stock and latest news updates. I will be preparing another video for you, a separate video, to explain to you how to construct these hyperlinks and link them to your favorite news portal. Another feature is the sorting. If you want to sort according to the price change, there you go. Sorting is so easy. The serial is very important because it really acts as a reset button for whatever sorting you've previously done. Now, going back to the HE chart, first I would like to emphasize something which we might all be suffering of, which is how strenuous it is and inconvenient to look at such a table for hours and hours. It becomes really strenuous to the eyes and for the mind. And naturally, to compare all these stocks, you read through and the sheet updates, and you need to go back to the beginning of the table to assimilate the information. And putting all these in one chart becomes really difficult, because as you can see, some stocks will hover around the 200 or 300 range, and others around the 40s or 50s. So if you put them in one chart, it basically becomes like comparing apples and bananas. The HE chart solves this problem, and it does compare apples and bananas, and perhaps maybe even fish and steak. This is the HE chart, and its power lies with respect to a simple, very simple idea, which is basically plotting the percentage change and hovering the price over the point plot. So just by looking at the chart, you get two pieces of information instantly, and not only for that stock, but you get it for the rest of the market. And because of the percentage change plot, you can have them all in one market, in one chart, and this is how you compare apples and bananas. Another feature of the HE chart is the ruler. You can see here it's around actually it is at the minus 0.5%. You have a stacking here, and you might want to separate all these stacked stocks. So if you plug in 1.5%, the ruler will move automatically, and you will know instantaneously which stocks are above the 1.5% level, which are below. Let's say 1.75%, and there you go. Another feature of the HE chart is the sorting function. Sorting becomes really fun with using the HE chart. Going back to the table, as we have previously done, we sorted according to price change, percentage change, and there you go with the HE chart. Here is the category column. You can use this to differentiate between the stocks. Let's say you can categorize them according to sectors, okay? And if you sort according to the sectorial category that you've constructed, the HE chart will reflect that. As an example, let's say the categorization will go upon the stocks you are owning or following. Let's say you own Tesla, you own IBM, Caterpillar, Microsoft, and Intel. Okay. This is a HE chart before the category sorting, and this is after the category sorting. And there you go, it will stack the stocks you are following or invested in first, then the rest of the market. And here you can have the respective comparison just at a glance. No need for reading tables and detailed numbers. Let's set back everything back to normal with the reset. Added to that is the volume, the average trading volume versus the actual traded volume, and you have both charts here. One of them is the number traded shares and one is the stacked. Again here, you can compare apples and bananas, and you can have relative performance with respect to the activity of the stocks followed. I mentioned apples and bananas. Let's go to fish and steak. Let's just say that you want to include the Dow Jones index. If you look at the first chart, okay, because the Dow Jones index has superior number of traded shares or trading volume, it really dwarfs the others, the other comparison, but this stack chart still gives you the ability to compare, and it screens out the size of the company compared as with respect to the stocks. So you still have a radar look overview with respect to the stocks being followed. Of course, if you increase the population of the sheet to up to 60, you will need to stretch the graphs further to accommodate for any increased stocks. Another HE chart is the HE chart candlestick. Okay, what I've done here is using the same methodology as with the HE chart point plot. It basically shows the movement during the day for each individual stock, candlestick style, and you can really compare and have relative performance with all the other stocks followed. This is done through price treatment, going away from plotting actual prices and treating the prices in percentages and plotting accordingly. I will be preparing a separate video to explain further the HE chart candlesticks. Another HE chart is the HE chart 52-year high and low. If we go back to the table and check the prices, and you try to compare the price position with respect to its 52-year high and low, for all the stocks, it becomes really strenuous. So what the HE chart 52-year high low does is basically plot the current price relative to its 52-year high and low levels. What I've done here is basically I've normalized mathematically all the 52-year high and 52-year low levels for all the stocks, and I have treated the price accordingly to plot its respective position to the within the range of the 52-year high and low for each respective stock. Again, I will be preparing a separate video to dwell on this further. If you want to take as an example, again, Nike, you will see that its current price is 93.07, 52-year high is 94.75, and the low is around 66. As you can see, it's very close to the 52-year high level, which is indicated here in the HE chart, 52-year high and low, and without the need of looking at each individual stock and comparing them by eye to their respective 52-year high and low. You have it ready here through the HE chart, 52-year high and low. So basically, at a glance, you will know if the market is trading closer to its 52-year high or low. The last chart I would like to explain here is the HE chart support resistance, and technical analysts might find this chart particularly useful. Technical analysts go through the strenuous task of analyzing each stock individually and devise or come up with their analysis. And the most important analysis parameter is the support and resistance levels. What I've done here is basically I've used the Fibonacci retracement to devise as an example and demonstration purposes the first band support resistance levels and the second band support resistance levels. This is only for demonstration purposes, where the second support is set at the 23.6% level, 38.2. First resistance level is set at the 61.8 retracement level, and finally 78.6 retracement level. Technical analysts would classically have analysis for, I don't know, 60 stocks, and during the day they would focus more on, I don't know, around 5, 7, or maybe even 10 charts. The summary of all the 60 stocks which they've analyzed can feed into this table. Again, through mathematical equations, I have normalized all the resistance and support levels, the first band and second band, for all the stocks. And the plot here is actually a treatment, a price treatment through a mathematical equation to plot the current price with respect to the resistance, support and resistance levels, both the first band and the second band. Basically, having this is like a reader overview, where a technical analyst might have this in the background, and if any stock approaches a support or a resistance level, this is the radar look, which would indicate that, through which it will give him an alarm, so that he will go back to the original chart and check in details what's happening with that individual stock. Thank you so much for watching this video. All you need to do is visit the website, log in, and you will have this sheet ready for your use. You will have details of any individual videos in the description below and on my website, and naturally you will have the website address in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and best of luck investing.